Hi all, this is Steve Murray, the market chartist on behalf of forextraders.com, and we're now going to take a look at the euro versus the US dollar and also the pound versus the US dollar cable spot FX rate. Still both exhibiting a rather negative tone in here as we go into the last part of January, and likely that for that to continue through this week, through month end, and then through into early February at least. For euro versus the dollar here to start off with, the market been very much in a choppy sideways range really since this early December ECB driven rally that we saw in here back from 105.20 support. However, the choppy sideways downward though progression of markets, particularly with a spike lower back on Thursday through the ECB in January last week, and then again lower on Friday. All of this pointing to lower price action to challenge this 107.08 low, through which we'll see a far more bearish tone we feel going into this week, and then that opens up risk back down to this 105.20 level, maybe as low as 104.59 in here, the low for last year. Looking at cable now, the pound versus the US dollar, this aggressive slide that we saw through early January in here, reinforcing the whole downtrend from last summer, maintaining bearish pressures, and despite this rebound effort that we saw at the end of last week, we're looking for we see this as corrective in nature, looking for bearish pressures to return. And if we zoom all the way out to the much bigger picture chart in here now, you'll see this chart goes back to all the way to 1985, and the market and this month has broken down through this trend line from 1985, which was defended last year, also down through this low here from 2010 at 142.29, and bigger picture opening up risk we feel into late January and into February down to this 140 psychological level, and maybe for Q1 to challenge this multi-decade low in here from 2009 down at 135.04. This has been Steve Murray, the market chartist on behalf of forextraders.com, and I wish you a great trading day.